혼자서 길게 읊조렸더라. 길게 읊조렸더라. 천이 듣기에 신선이라 하는 것은 고상하게 거닐며
듣기에 신선이라
붉은
하는
노를
것은
먹고 신선곡을 호천에서
고상하게
한가로
거닐며
이누며
붉은 노를 먹고
세월이 가든 말든
세월이 가든
개의치
말든
않는다고.
개의치 않는다고.
나의 인생은 그와 완전히 다른지라.
검구나 만지며 탄식을
뱃속은
하였다.
농사를 지어야 채우고 몸에는 옷을 걸쳐야
몸에는
따뜻할지니
옷을 걸쳐야 따뜻할지니
오로지 선덕을 쌓아
뒤쌓길 소망할 뿐. 오래 살거나 일찍 죽으면 관심 없거늘.
마 내
저는 만 5살에 바이올린을 시작했는데요. 바이올린 소리를 워낙 좋아했어서 그 특유의 따뜻함과 약간 사람의 목소리 같은 목소리를 갖고 있거든요, 바이올린이. 저는 무대에 올랐을 때보다는 이제 혼자 연습할 때 더 큰 희열을 느끼는데 제가 표현하고자 하는 음악이 잘 나왔을 때 그때 가장 큰 기쁨을 느끼는 것 같아요. 그래서 저만의 색깔을 어떻게 하면 찾아갈 수 있을까 그걸 제일 많이 고민하는 것 같아요. 아무래도 연습을 할 때는 이제 생각과 고민을 많이 하는 반면에 무대에서 연주할 때는 정말 머릿속을 비우고 아무 생각도 안 하려고 하는 것 같아요. 무대에서는 자유롭게 콩쿨 무대도 저만의 독주라고 생각하는 자세를 가지려고 하고 있어요. 사실 바이올린과는 거의 제 인생의 대부분을 같이 해왔기 때문에 저를 힘들게 할 때도 많지만 제가 가장 사랑하고 아끼는 존재입니다. 작곡가가 전달하고 싶은 메시지와 또 제 자신이 관객들에게 전달하고 싶은 메시지를 모두 다 설득력 있게 잘 전달할 수 있는 그런 연주자가 되고 싶습니다.
held its first debate over the weekend.
The economy is expected to expand 2.5% this year.
Boosting Korea's ties with its global partners on the sidelines of the status UN summit.
A massive drone attack on Ukraine overnight on Monday and Tuesday.
Arirang.
환영합니다. Welcome to K-Culture Dive, where we dive deeper into the heart of Korean culture with K-entertainment issues, AI culture news, K-culture and photos, and today our K-culture issues segment, where we take a dive into K-animations. And I'm your host, Kwon So-wa. Let's dive in. Starting off the new week with us is my co-host Walter Lee in the studio. Hello, Walter.
Hello, Soa, and happy Monday. And happy Monday to our viewers watching at home. I'm Walter Lee here to co-host next to Soa and give you the latest in Korean entertainment.
All right, let's get right into it. And starting off this Monday's edition of K-Enter News, Walter, with none other than BTS. What do you have?
So, now, we've talked about this before, but ticketing dates for the highly anticipated concert BTS the comeback live Arirang in Gwanghwamun Square on the 21st of March actually have been released. This is a concert that celebrates their 5th full-length album. Now, they have the ticketing event will open on February 23rd with full application details available through the fan platform Weverse. Now, the comeback live event is expected to offer fans and general public a rare opportunity to experience BTS's music in large, open-scale settings. Adding to the excitement, the concert will be live-streamed to more than 190 countries in many regions across the world via the OTT platform Netflix. So that's marking the first time Netflix has ever live-streamed a concert by a single artist. Now, BTS will officially release their 5th full-length album, Arirang, on the 20th, just one day ahead of the concert.
Well, I'm not sure if I'm going to be succeeding in the ticketing.
We could try and get at the back somewhere.
Maybe. But I think I'll be even happy with the live streaming, although I'll be very jealous of all the armies being there at the site.
Yes.
But let's stick to the topic of BTS and some other groups as well. What do you have?
Yes, that is a good point. So BTS and Hyphen and Stray Kids dominated the global entertainment scene last year, emerging as the most buzzworthy names worldwide. Now, this is according to Parrot Analytics' Talent of the Year Under 30 list. Released on Friday. Now, BTS claimed the top spot with Hyphen and Stray Kids following at number 2 and number 3 respectively. Now, Parrot Analytics, for those who don't know, is a global leader in audience demand measurement, analyzing the popularity of the value of TV shows, films, and talent across all platforms, languages, and markets worldwide. Now, the rankings are determined by the average demand, a data-driven measure that tracks how strongly and also how often the audiences around the world actively engage with a particular figure. Now, the list focuses on stars who were under the age of 30 as of 2025, and Parrot Analytics noted that BTS remained a central force in global pop culture, creating repeated spikes in attention throughout the year, even during a period of limited group activity during 2025. That was during their army as soon as they were coming out as well, highlighting K-pop's continued global impact. A total of 8 K-pop groups secured spots in the top 15 of the list, so that's just more than half. So what an amazing achievement by K-pop artists.
All right, well, great achievement to the boys. I guess I can call them boys if they're under 30.
Yes, I guess so, yeah.
But Walter, we just mentioned Hypen. Now let's talk about one member of Hypen who fulfilled his dream.
Indeed, he did so. So Songhoon, a member of the idol group Hypen and a former figure skater, has appeared at the 2026 Milan Cortina d'Ampezzo Winter Olympics as a torchbearer. Now, on February 5th, local time, Songhoon carried the Olympic flame through a section near Bolivar Station in Milan. Now, the scene drew a huge crowd of fans who waved enthusiastically, captured the moment on their phones as he ran past. Now, speaking to the media, Songhoon actually said that taking part in the torch relay felt like achieving his long-held Olympic dream, calling it a great honor to carry the flame on such a global stage. Now, for those who may not know, Songhoon actually spent 10 years as a competitive figure skater before debuting as a singer. Now, like many elite athletes, he once dreamed of competing at the Olympics himself. Now he's a famous singer. I guess the best next thing is carrying the torch.
Right. I mean, dreams may change over the course of your life due to certain circumstances, but Songhoon just showed us that you still can achieve those dreams in a different way.
Yes, indeed.
Very inspiring. And thank you very much, Walter, for those updates.
No worries.
And now let's move to our AI anchor Arirang for more on the culture front. Arirang.
Thanks, Sua. Here's your AI guide to the latest cultural headlines from Korea. Let's begin with our top story. Young people aged 19 to 20 living in South Korea will be eligible for up to 200,000 won, or around $136, in support funds to enjoy cultural activities. The Culture Ministry and the Arts Council Korea will begin issuing the Youth Culture and Arts Pass on February 25th to around 280,000 young people nationwide. The pass can be used for performances, exhibitions, and movies at major ticketing and cinema platforms, including Norticket, Yes24, Ticket Link, Melon Ticket, Megabox, Lotte Cinema, and CGV. Applications can be submitted through the official Youth Culture Pass website until June 30th. The National Folk Museum of Korea ranked first last year for the number of foreign visitors among all museums nationwide. The figure even surpassed the number of foreign visitors to the National Museum of Korea, which welcomed about 6.5 million visitors in total last year, ranking among the world's top 3 museums. The National Folk Museum has drawn strong interest from overseas visitors by highlighting the everyday lives of Koreans through the lens of traditional and contemporary culture. Its exhibitions are organized around the different stages of life and seasonal themes, a format the museum says makes the displays more universal and easier for foreign visitors to engage with. South Korea's signature spring festival, the Gwanghwamun Cherry Blossom Festival in Changwon, Gyeongsangnam-do Province, will open in late March. Changwon City has announced that the 64th Gwanghwamun will begin with an opening ceremony on the evening of March 27th and run from March 28th through April 5th. Cherry blossoms are expected to begin blooming around late March, based on forecasts from the Korea Meteorological Administration. Beyond the breathtaking cherry blossom displays, visitors can enjoy a lively lineup of events, from the military band and honor guard performances to a dazzling fireworks show celebrating the legendary naval victories of Admiral Lee Sun-shin, Korea's unmatched national hero. That's all from me. Turning now to a quick look at more K-culture stories making headlines today.
Through a single photo at a time, we take a closer look at culture in Korea. This is K-Culture in Photos. First, I'd like to introduce pansori, a powerful blend of storytelling, song, and rhythm that has shaped Korean culture expression for centuries. One example of its modern resonance is the musical 서편제, based on Lee Chung-jun's beloved novel about a family of 소리꾼 or pansori singers. The 2026 season cast brings together celebrated artists who carry this tradition forward with rich voices and a deep understanding of the role. And now, pansori is reaching global audiences with new creative expressions. The Longest Night, or 긴 밤 in Korean, a family musical adapted from a beloved Korean children's story, will be showcased at the Sydney Opera House as a bilingual production blending Korean and English, allowing audiences abroad to experience the rhythm and heart of pansori in a new way. From stage traditions to contemporary reinterpretations and global collaborations, pansori continues to evolve, carrying Korea's voice into the world. So let's keep listening. Korea's timeless voice resonates across culture and generations. Let me ask you first, where do you think this is? Does it look like a shrine or maybe something from a sci-fi movie? This is actually an AI shrine developed by researchers at KAIST, inspired by Korean shamanistic traditions. It's designed to feel like a real shaman space, decorated with colorful ribbons and bells, with ambient sounds filling the room. And at the center is a digital ancestral tablet. Visitors enter personal details, ask questions, and receive responses from an AI shaman. Researchers say people often start out of curiosity, but gradually open up about deeper, more personal concerns, finding comfort and emotional support along the way. This experiment shows how AI is evolving beyond a simple tool into something that can influence human emotions and decision-making. So, would you visit? Personally, I hope people enjoy it lightly just for fun. Because after all, sometimes the best answers still come from within ourselves. Let's start with this scene. Rows and rows of pollock hanging in the open air. This is the Hwangtae-dokjang, a traditional drying yard. Here, fresh pollock slowly transform into golden hwangtae, shaped by freezing nights and sunny days. What's fascinating is that this one fish has many names. Fresh, it's 생태, half-dried kodari, fully dried hwangtae, and as a snack, nogari. Each name reflects how it's prepared and how it's enjoyed. And finally, take a look at this cute item, the protective pollock. Rooted in folk beliefs, it's meant to ward off bad luck and invite good fortune. Once something you'd spot in grandparents' homes, it's now reimagined by younger generations as charming, decorative items for cars and rooms. So from winter drying yard to modern-day charms, pollock tells a quiet story of Korean resilience, creativity, and warmth passed down and lovingly reinvented. Here's Korea's latest DIY craze. It's called 볼구, short for ballpoint pen decorating. Take a look at this first photo. There's crowds gathered at Seoul's Dongdaemun accessory market, all hunting for beads, charms, and tiny parts to customize their own pens. It got so packed that safety staff were even brought in, as you can see in this picture. In the next image, you can see just how many materials there are: colorful beads, cute charms, and endless combinations. For some, it brings back memories of their school days. For others, it's a new way to express creativity. And finally, these are finished designs shared on social media, bold, sparkly, and uniquely personal. From crowded markets to customized pens, 볼구 shows how every object can become tiny works of joy. So maybe it's time to pick up a pen and decorate your own little piece of happiness. Now, from pansori and AI shamans to hwangtae and decorated pens, Korea keeps finding new ways to turn tradition, technology, and everyday moments into culture.
Recently, Korean animation has been making a strong impact at international film festivals and in the global market. Also, K-pop Demon Hunters marked a major milestone for the industry by winning a Grammy Award. Today, we'll take a closer look at the storytelling power and defining characteristics of Korean animation and why it's gaining so much global attention. To help us do that, we're joined in the studio by Professor Ji Hae-won at Kyunghee University. Welcome back, Professor.
Professor Ji.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, good afternoon.
All right, Professor Ji, let's start with the animated film K-pop Demon Hunters. Although not produced in Korea, it's been made by a film director who's Korean-Canadian, and it's really deeply rooted in K-pop and K-culture. We recently had the Grammy win for the song Golden, and there are also a number of nominations for the Academy Awards.
Right.
So where do you see the significance of this current situation?
Right. First of all, I apologize for my voice.
Oh, no
I'm so
worries.
sorry about that. So on February 1st, the theme song Golden from the K-pop Demon Hunters received the Best Song Written for Visual Media Award at 68th Grammy Awards. So it really has set a new milestone in K-pop history. This means that the creativity of Korean music creators, including Lee and Teddy, have been officially recognized by the world's most prestigious organization. And especially the Grammys have been criticized for being somewhat conservative toward K-pop, but it can be said that this award have broken down that barrier. So in addition, this successful case of expanding into animated film featuring K-pop and the Korean elements has proven the potential for the expanding the added value of the K culture in more diverse directions in the future. And as you just mentioned, the K-pop Demon Hunters has also nominated for Best Animation Feature and Best Original Song at the 98th Academy Awards, and let's hope this film wins the Oscars as well.
Well, we're going to cross our fingers for that.
March, right.
Yes.
Right. And K-pop Demon Hunters puts distinctly Korean elements within the movie. I mean, it's very obvious with K-pop, gimpop, as well as Korean folk tales as well.
Right.
How do you think, how should we understand the global response to a work so rooted in Korean identity?
Yeah, through the K-pop Demon Hunters, global audiences have become more interested in not only K-pop itself, but also the significance of Korean history and traditions, and have developed a greater affection for the Korean sentiment as well. So in particular, I think that the fact that the Korean shamanism was brought to the forefront through the exorcism ritual using the K-pop idols was interesting enough to attract the global affections. The K-pop Demon Hunters is a good example to improve the Korean traditional culture and history as a central driving force of the narratives. So following this success of the K-pop Demon Hunters, I hope to see a wider range of the Korean culture and history developed into global media contents. For example, I think that Korean story elements such as fairy tales and folk tales like 심청 or like 콩쥐팥쥐, those kind of things, and musical elements such as pansori can be utilized in various ways in many contents.
I think all of that is possible with the big interest in K-culture these days.
Right.
But now, Professor Ji, let's move on to the animated film Gwanghwamun or The Square, which is currently running in theaters, and it already received a lot of attention at overseas film festivals. Please tell us more about this one.
Right, The Square, Gwanghwamun, is a recently released animated film inspired by and reinterpreting the classic novel of the same name by Choi In-hoon. So The Square, directed by Kim Bo-seol, has received several prestigious awards, including the Best Animated Feature at the 18th Asian Pacific Screen Awards and Jury Prize at the 49th NSC International Animated Film Festival and the Best Film Awards from Seoul Independent Film Festival as well. The Square depicts a tragic romance unfolding in Pyongyang, North Korea. So Bori, a Swedish ambassador, stayed in Pyongyang, and Bokju, a Pyongyang traffic police officer, share the dangerous and the secretive love together. So The Square is a work that effectively depicts the tragedy of a square without the individual freedom.
Right, just by watching the trailer, I actually almost teared up. You can feel the emotions, even though this is like a 2D style animated film. And what's interesting, though, is that the square actually explores some political and ideological elements. And we also last year had The King of Kings, which was made in Korea, but that was focused on Christianity or Jesus' story. And usually those kinds of subjects are said to be difficult in the global market, yet we are seeing those movies resonating abroad. So what's behind this appeal?
Right. I believe the reason the Square and the King of Kings were well received in overseas market is because both works effectively focus on universal human emotions. So the Square doesn't actually criticize the specific social systems, but rather effectively portray the tragic love that blossoms under surveillance and control, as well as the loneliness of isolated human beings. So these are universal themes that transcend time and nationality, and of course resonating with anyone. And inspired by the unpublished manuscript by Charles Dickens, The King of Kings also transcended the religious contents to tell a universal story of the sacrificial love, so earning a huge response from the global audiences. So both works are well received for the directing and technical skills of the Korean creators. So while the Square followed, as you just mentioned, the traditional 2D animation and focused on the narrative with the minimal directing, The King of Kings actually received much attention for its high-level 3D CG technology. So these two are different, but they both are focused on the human beings and the emotions as well.
I think they did a very good job of that as well, from what I hear from many critics as well. But it seems that recent Korean animations are choosing to highlight rather than downplay their Korean identity. So how do you view this creative direction?
I believe this is actually related to the growing global interest to the Korean culture. So beyond the Square, as we just mentioned, Yeon Sang-ho's film, The King of the Pigs, 돼지의 왕, and The Fake, 사이비, those are animations. These animations are dealing with Korean social issues with a serious perspective that is actually no less than live-action films. And these attempts also influence the diversification of the Korean animation industry. So the animation is a genre that offers a wide range of the materials and expressive powers that are accessible to both young audiences and the adult audiences as well. So like a K-pop Demon Hunters we just mentioned, Korean elements can be effectively utilized within a fantasy genres, while the Square, actually motifs from Korean literature can be developed within the contemporary context. So I believe that more works utilizing the diverse Korean elements will be created in the animation genres as well and attract more global audiences.
Right. And I don't think we can talk about Korean animation films without talking about Korean webtoons as well, because there are many adaptations from Korean webtoons into Korean animation. So how are the storytelling and planning and narrative sensibility of webtoons influencing today's Korean animation, do you think?
Yeah, I believe the development of Korean webtoon market is influencing the nature and structure of the neighboring media genres, and in various ways, and animation is no exception. So in the webtoons, there are many works that approach various materials and the narratives and the webtoons that have been succeed already have a high possibility of the expanding into animation market as well. So I believe that the Korean narrative structure that webtoon have built over the past 20 years has become a key asset for the Korean animation to live beyond the children's market and into the global adult and the youth market as well.
All right, and finally, Professor Ji, we'd like to ask you about talent development. From your perspective, does Korea have enough to nurture and produce creative talent?
In addition to live-action films, the Korean Academy of Film arts, the 한국 영화 Academy also offered animation courses, and they provided professional training and production support. So the square actually was one of the graduation works of the Korean Academy of the Film Arts. In addition, Korean Creative Content Agency, 한국 콘텐츠 진흥원, and the Korean Film Council, 영화진흥위원회, also support animation creation. However, the current state of Korean animation production remains uncertain though. So investment in the adult animation market is particularly very challenging. So recently, the popular webtoon, The Solo Level Up, 나 혼자만 Level Up, was adapted into an animation by a Japanese production company, A1 Pictures, not by the Korean producers. So I hope that Korean animation market will become more vibrant with the production of more diverse works in the future.
Well, let's do hope for a sustainable environment in the K-animation industry, especially with the growing interest in Korea's distinct voice, stories, and perspectives. Well, thank you very much, Professor Ji. I hope you recover soon, and we're going to see you back in a couple of weeks. Thanks.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Walter, as always. We're going to have you back here on Wednesday.
See you Wednesday.
Thanks for watching and your interest in everything K-culture. Please tune in again tomorrow, 2 p.m. Korea time. Keep diving.